Hi, welcome back to Think Tank. My name is Kwame, and today we are going to discuss things that are going on in the news in Ghana and trying to find some time to listen to and study. I think I've seen a Deloitte synopsis of The Light is Too Bright. A Deloitte synopsis of the budget. I'm going to take a look at that maybe next week. We're going to just kind of discuss it in depth. And yes, as well, if I can find somebody who is knowledgeable as far as that is concerned, I can get a person on them. We're going to discuss what it is, but today we're just going to just talk and see how people feel about it and what people think about it. Okay, that was going to be our main. But when my people come on, we are going to find other things to talk about as well. They'll bring their topics and we talk about that as well. Let me get my glasses and this thing is not focused at all. Think I need proper light. Give me a minute. Yeah, better. We're gonna discuss um whatever they will bring on board as well. So for now, if you're on here, I will ask you to just like or share if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, and we will take it from there. Before that, let me share it on my Facebook as well. So if you're on here, please do share it for me and like it as well. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, so shout out to everybody. If you're here, if you're part of the six people here, just drop me a text so that I can shout you out on here. So I can come on the crowd chat. Uh, please share it for me. Please copy. Let's go share. So okay, thank you Nako for sharing. That's awesome. Who else I shared? Alright, and like it as well. Thank you, Jacob, for liking as well. Yeah, thank you, Jacob. Emmanuel Sapon, thank you for liking. Theo Bedu, thank you for liking. Let me share this real quick. Copy the link. Um, what I'm going to do today is that after a while, I'm going to put the link out there for anybody else to join. Today, everybody's gonna tell us what they feel about it, and then next week we're gonna try to see what I can get somebody on. I'm going to read it myself and just find somebody who's very knowledgeable when it comes to this, so that we can discuss it in there. But today, how you feel about it? What do you think? You know, um, I don't care. You can be political about it. Whatever you feel about it, you can be political about it. You can be apolitical about it. Just tell us how you feel, and we take it from there. I'll just share this on my page. hmm Let me lock this door before somebody gets by this one. So, um, Okay, thank you everybody for sharing. And that was a good evening. Thank you very much for coming on here. And whoever is on here, I think I've got way too many people not to get a hi from anybody. Put a hi there so that I can shout you out. Um, Let me get my invite. Copy this. So I'm just gonna copy this and I'm going to put it on the screen. That is the link to join. So I just put it on the screen. If you want to join and tell us how you feel about it, you can go ahead. If you want to send a comment on how you feel about it, you can do as well. Um, Send a link to my people. Shall Paste on here. Okay, so let's listen to this. This is just going to be people around Ghana that all the sound bites we're getting, and what people think about it. Let me stop sharing and share again. If you come on, just tell us what you think it is and what you think it is not. Everybody, it doesn't matter. Just share your view. I mean, you can learn. I mean, Ubana is just somebody will come in and can challenge that. But for now, let's get some sound bites. Oh, so I wasn't even sure. I mean, that's you. I mean, that's you. I'm Mark. You could be a sort of
Pacho, oye kola credit. Pacho no so aban the tax na that's abana atum.
Oh, nti aban wɔnyɛ deɛ yɛho bɛtɔ kakra koraa.
Before enra
Aban nti wɔnyɛ deɛ yɛho bɛtɔ kakra koraa. Yɛyɛ to yɛho bɛtɔ kakra koraa ho bɛtɔ.
before elo kuma yedi.
Mɔmɔ mpa ne yɛmpɔ. Wɔnyɛ deɛ yɛho bɛtɔ kakra koraa. Adwuma sɛn na yɛabie ne Ghana ha. Asukuufoɔ dodoɔ sɛn na awie sukuu ɛnnɛ wɔn nyɛ adwuma yɛ. Abaatan de ne ba bɛkɔ sukuu ne ba no wia na ɔsan ate ne nkyɛn. Adwuma ni hɔ. Na sɛ tax wɔn nyinaa sɛ awie so a na no yɛkɔɔ yɛ anaasɛ yɛbae. Ehwɛ m'anim twa sɛ ɔhwɛ m'anim no mempɛ saa ne ɔgya wukyɛ. Nimtantam yɛ ɔhwɛ m'anim. Fi ɔgbata kasa bɔ mpa mi yɛnkɔ mempɛ saa ne ma no. Ɔhwɛ m'anim so ɔbɔ dam. Ɛho kyerɛ sɛ gu nipa sɛ wosa ɔhwɛ m'anim so ɔbɔ dam deɛ ne ha. Ɔma wuridi budget wahwɛ obi anim abɛhwɛ m'anim.
Okay, that was a Pambo. Pambo Wolf. Let me see whether my people are on. There's so many news. Let's listen to this too.
It's one of the busiest in the Ashanti region, and government's decision to abolish the payment of road tolls has been met with mixed reactions by regular users of the stretch.
In fact, I'm well enthused about that particular decision concerning the abolishment of the paying of the levies concerning the tolls. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this looking at this place. I hope you could see that there are so many potholes around. Yeah, it seems almost all the monies that they've been accruing from this toll, they do not use it for any purpose. And as such, it also stops a whole lot of car trafficking over here, more especially on weekends. So I hope with these reasons, it is well enthused that the government should abolish.
Seto yɛ ɛno ano yɛde yɛ yɛ kwan a ɔghana na wafɛ yɛde tia wafɛ abanyɛfoɔ adwuma ka so seto no deɛ boa ɛna mede tumi sɛ boa paa bi sɛ ano ɔmɔnya sika ɔmɔnya sika ɛde ma aban yɛka sɛ yɛtwa amudeɛ a mfa mede me ne aban nya adwene
sɛ ɛtumi ba saa ade papa sɛ ɛbɛboa ebi sɛ ɛdu mmerɛ bi na wonam a ebi kora a wobɛto petrol bɛwie no na sika bi ani wɔ ho wobɛdu a kɔma wɔn si di kora ade bɛtwa ne mu wɔtena ma wo nti sɛ aban no tumi ho tie su frɛ no yɛda yɛ so ba mu na sɛ wotwa ma yɛ mfi sɛ ɛbɛboa yɛ paa.
Meanwhile, these hawkers who ply their trade at the toll booths are not happy about the decision.
It's about the locking down of the toll. This is where what we do to take for our children. If it is closed, where are we going from here? No capital, no helper. We don't have any uncle. Our uncle is our work.
sɛ ɔmo so mbɛgu yɛtoi toi nso ti na ɛwɔ ha me nkwa ha no metumi pɛ nipa bɛsɛ 200 a day obiara sa kɔ n'ano a na mbɛgu toi no a na ɔmo no mbɛkɔ he bebree na akorɔmfoɔ bɔ sɛ ɔmo nom wi ɔmo nyina ɔmo ba megye ɔmo obi wɔ hɔ nom a ɔba a obetumi agya ne wi no nom na wabɛyɛ adwuma because sika nti na ɔmo brɛ nti ɔyɛ adwuma na sɛ ɔnyɛ sika kakra de to aduane di a wɔnkɔbɔ korɔ no bio
mu ifiri ɛmoa fi sɛ yɛ ɔba payment atagye no soa de aha na media kakra kakra me mmɛkɔ didi me kunu adwuma asɛm nti ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo yi toll no a ɛmoa yɛ.
Many are happy about government's decision to abolish the payment of road tolls, but others, like the hawkers who are taking advantage of this busy place to engage in their trade, are expressing some concerns. Whatever be the case, the government has made its decision clear to Ghanaians. Hafiz Tijani, City News, Abuaso, Ashanti Region.
All right.
Like it's over. No, he asked. He was like, what time he doing the shower?
Gentlemen, which match you have to see? Hansen and
Oh,
Ramsey.
Kwame, say we
Yes.
enye CNN ni dia enye memfa nchia kese nkoma road minister na men sign fan nkoma budget na me the nchia kese so koma agric minister omo nyina no omo tie a me mamo ajo.
And how was it?
Yeah, bro.
Kotokraba, we are each we are.
Me check with Mukum Kotokobo Funina. London Bridge Funina, me check your BBA. Answer once me chill. Kwame me chill. And Chairman Yabisia. When you be saying who nature, or may finish our one.
No, not chair.
Yeah, finish our one. See, I'm paying an alcohol. Our holiday me chill.
Alcohol holiday.
Alcohol holidays no.
Alcohol holiday.
You know, but the Chatham, we go. It's they are called so Ghana, but before we start our discussions, I think graphic, only a little news item in 9 minutes there those. Let's listen to this real quick. Ansana Yakoso. Share screen. This, that, oh geez. Let me stop this.
and impacted negatively. The tolling points have become
to help ease traffic congestion in areas such as Kaswa, Luwenya, and many others. The move, the minister says, is also to enhance productivity and help reduce environmental pollution. The toll collection personnel are to be reassigned.
The tolling points have become unhealthy market centers, led to heavy traffic on our roads, lengthened travel time from one place to the other, and impacted negatively on productivity. The congestion generated at the tolling points, besides creating these inconveniences, also leads to pollution in and around the vicinities. To address this on public roads and bridges,
Ifo na ɛka yɛn no.
immediately the budget is approved on appropriation. The toll collection personnel will be reassigned. The expected impact on productivity and reduce environmental pollution will more than offset the revenue foregone by removing the tolls. Tolls, Mr. Speaker, would be abolished on all public roads.
And to help increase taxes, the finance minister says the government is introducing the electronic transaction levy, which is to be used to address the unemployment issues in the country. It involved the imposition of 1.75% levy on mobile money and other electronic transactions that exceed 100 cedis per day.
After considerable deliberation, government has decided to place a levy on all electronic transactions to widen the tax net and rope in the informal sector. This shall be known as the electronic transaction levy or e-levy. Mr. Speaker, electronic transactions covering mobile money payments, electronic mobile money payments, bank transfers, merchant payments, and e-income remittances will be charged at an applicable rate of 1.75%, which shall be borne by the sender, except e-mode remittances, which will be borne by the recipient. Mr. Speaker, to safeguard efforts we made to enhance financial inclusion and protect the vulnerable, all transactions that add up to 100 Ghana cedis or less per day, which is approximately 3,000 Ghana cedis per month, will be exempt from this levy. A portion of the proceeds from the e-levy will be used to support entrepreneurship, youth employment, cyber infrastructure, among others. Mr. Speaker, taxi
And still on addressing unemployment and promoting entrepreneurship, Mr. Oforiatta says the banking industry have pledged to review internal processes to make it easier for small businesses to access loans.
The banking industry, Mr. Speaker, has committed 75 million Ghana cedis over the next 3 years to collectively engage in skills development programs for a minimum of 150,000 young graduates.
All right, interviews real quick. This was about me a very long time.
Imposition on savings, which was later withdrawn.
On investments,
On
yes.
investments, which was later. I mean, even to think about it
it's been suspended.
Yeah. Well, it's been suspended. I mean, but even to think about it.
Oh, it's now abolished,
Yes,
is it?
okay. Yeah, but even to think about it, it doesn't. It just questions who are making these policies. I mean,
But isn't it just another way?
Another way of raising revenue.
Well, yes,
but when
because
you become desperate, this is what happens. That when you've mismanaged the economy into this hole, then anything sounds great to you because you don't have any option. You see what I mean? And this is the problem, that that anything that is taxable, that can feasibly be taxed, they are trying to impose taxes on it, increasing withholding, taxes on withholding, and so on. All of these are hurting. They are hurting the economy. These taxes are hurting, and therefore you are not going to get the growth. And when you don't get the growth, you will not get the revenue. And when you don't get the revenue, you go back to increasing taxes to get the revenue. And then you are in a cyclical down.
Rano,
Yeah.
what it is, and finance minister could read budget. Now, clip now, the boy, and budget now already know. Okay, say, I'm with your COVID-19, the economy now so far, and I say, recoup sika. Once we went to the world market to go sell bonds. Yes, you can't say a drama is to say a quack tongue, your bonds, like a really skaka, but you will be as young. It's I say, really carrying about ourselves. So, what we are doing now, let's say, we will raise the taxes in Kakanga all over the places. It's VAT, or money increasing, they increase a lot of taxes. But what Ghana for can what seems to see almost every Ghanaian abe debate a year fee taxes no more increasing in they say port the beer more increasing taxes in but near higher drain pioneer the Ghana for friend Momo tax a transfer tax it is a sika or bank not all transfer to say me sika or bank na ebia me transfer sika ama na na hoze a me transfer sika no corner na hoze account ma say $100 so I buy $100 so team $1.75 say $1,000 so team $17.50 say $10,000 I was say team I think $175 no the share say me send this sika so akọ the phone so the same so me send it sika from my phone to also the phone so the same do what sika sisia no we say we send it world remit wave tap send MoneyGram money back reference
Western Union.
Money transfer.
Western Union any type of money transfer be very for Ghana because all transfer your wire transfer Google account be and I say echo be phone so no the car be send it biano I buy before move 1.75% throughout the whole country. The here says the can out send no a bro 100 cities. So a bro 100 cities per I say I buy intimate 1.75%. So that's
a Wambura zone to mental, right?
Wambura zone to mental. So I was sending 99.9 cities are ultimately. But a bro 100 cities. I think 100 and over. They drew 100 cities. I cost or so
I see.
So what do you think?
Yo, it's a for Yadabanas. I mean, Yadasi. Easy. Rom kakra. Before, me that empty and for what's when Bibi kakra the dado, and Intim Nancha Benny, empty and financial what's on Yanan. No, then once walk on no one's working one tax if you want, and I'm a boy.
Oh, what did that out?
What did that out? What did that out? Very good. What I'm so about Beji and view. It's me of Mufun or Beji. It's
direct.
Yeah, direct.
Direct, you charm or direct.
In fact,
MTN for name. I'm checking MTN for name, Vodafone, Sankophone in Rano. Omoje, I think 1% of Sika West End. I think UTL to do 10,000 Ghana. Omoji bill. But Sika Kasebia Abiti, Omoji 1%. 1% no. Omobe Fabi. Omobe company now transfer from one, so more 1% nebi. we are no mama buying people was 1%. Two send 100, vans send 100 cedis. On bet him 1 cedi, 1 cedi no. On me fa kakra. Ebia wo Vodafone na send ya call MTN. So my MTN for so kakra. No we are mama buying so kakra on taxes. It's another dache.
Attention call red. Okay.
But what tia and where we know? A buying so bedin 1 cedi 75 pesos and they are quite what direct MTN for money will shake.
Nti mo odi we MTN for on son. Mo ba so ba budget to me for na.
I'll say
Okay.
the money be direct.
Okay. Me yeah 4 years ago kwa me mo Ghana. Mo ho chere me pa was kasem. Na ida na boga wa kwa Ghana no ho ache ne kwa kese ska wo ehimfa. Nti me ba ha de mo tutum ho de no. O de me yaze bi mo kwa Ghana me tu me use. Nti me yeah momo ibi. Waha. Nti every week bia na me $20 me za to. Mo so won yaze o de. Me $20 me za to. Dama na me ye. Nti oya this year mo kwa Ghana. In fact mo kwa Ghana ma dollars. Ogu am fa me sanke na ma hold this kapa because every week bia me schedule for 3 years kwami. Onye easy. Nti na mo was ka na me kwa Ghana. Nti so mo me beje da ma susu na ma moto. Mazi ma mo hon. Mo susu na me moto ma mo no wo ba beji bi efim.
Okay. So last week, what how many bags of cement? Now you find a calculation.
Okay, last week 20.
What 20 bags of cement?
Yep.
It's 20 times 52. That's cement bag no. It's 1,004.
1,004, yeah.
What's that 1,004? I'm imagine 182 Ghana. It's all my buy 182 Ghana.
Rablo on your shame, man.
On your shame, Debbie. I say Buano no on your crony.
Now, was Mamma should be a poor.
Services now, you know, the tax that. I know MTN the Bemano. But see where they be my so I say.
Kwame Munda or a brooch no put was seeing. Because
everybody.
Meaning, but I mean, yes, is Kakasapa.
True.
About you, yes, is Casapa. Yes, is Kakas because yes, is car. Yes, Kakro, two more obor, more Washington.
True.
Because I'm from my pede, my back career, and Tampara them is saying is car. Right? Come in fact, I mean that I'm a budget won't into. Maybe one Ghana for your bed demonstration. Yamo one into. You book crazy. On serious. So I've been in Yansa, Kwame, into your Yazan. Into although I in 50 pesos simple. Into Bialan Kashi.
Robert and the Bia, so from 50 pesos.
Kwame into Bialan Kashi, 50 pesos into Bialan Kashi. But I ain't a dama. I'm more cosula. You're not British, in fact, on Cain Bebreo. But when a wolf in Master and Mammy, Mammy, I mean, what so? Mammy, the Kaya, no so what so. Nti Mammy or Babre. I remember Brian here because my name is Kakrabaka, but my mamma's a man on Okum Watson. In some of them get $100, my son, I'm now within 5 times $100, no the battle crowd. Within I'm now, we send 5 times I'm a young one.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, Mabo, Mukutia Moto, Mazi Momo Kutia Moto. Net was also what some 2 or Mum, I told him go double standard. Kwame Chiamutu, Miss Mumma go to Chiamutu. No more so wide me 2 or 2 no or a double standard. Or you is complete. Now Pado Uria Ghana for. Say one more sika about to Ghana skin and Ezria. If you young kakana, or say you want to, a son Saji, Kwame, Pepe on your look on 80 smoo. 80 smoo, Tamna Calibulo one. No, on your tobacco. Because it's obeising pa. Obaya, Abeni Obadu, or the second Bibiola saying, oh, in opposite. Or the second free education was saying, or the second bank was saying, or the second I offended as the Greek minister offended offended if you title one was a man was saying, Yenu cocoa was saying, Yenu goat was saying, Yenu road was saying, people are bending Sabekibiala or saying. Kwame si mobile money obe ogun we gu many bank no otodon bank kase no we gu no si also say ogu mobile money no so oh na mobile money on na naza on not so ya Kwame
Dabi
na
no no
dama Tanzania funa South Africa fun dey na abano wana abano ozi ya wana
I think now that you mentioned Tanzania and Kenya, so our taxes here Kenya, omudi be buy no to kwesi kromontino. But I think back could there draw cry and about so teso. I think what this was a 50 or 60%.
bro you know yes send waving no also or sponsor nkofu Africa but or send one sika ochal ansana one sa no for those year send wave mas send scape fast na mpakona saka nti abofo na wo boy nkan kan so man so ye be za man na wo fu fi wo so so we good no so Kwame my hands nke bi na ma all of us so you know ma
oh nana hosin ana waja
no calling out as a unyintu
ma papra mo pododo
nana o kan say o bono tofa o be so chese unyintu
Minjintum. Kwame ya be demonstration me say operation Jintum.
Okay. And a matter was it. Hansen.
Na Kwame. Tama honorable Okan you know na on my penny wine.
So there's a vacation.
Because unim se kru no ayeshi. Now some be read this statement we are. Ebesia ye into no waja my boys in some money and meba back no. Na I calm it down. Because first of all no my main first tool the example. To no ministers no how many times a crown of ministers no omutua to. Okay. No enye street hackers no mujina roadside no ho na memedwen mekra no mbenya kwa na nkomuntu omukran free ho. To na ye almost over 20-30 years ago no a day project pa na ye fangina so say to we ya tua no ye dey aye neighborhood way and I say dey aye way ana to no so kra no ba bi esi no right at the entrance of krobia mu ana to no wo any like memfane say who say America have over corner or outskirt by Ghana na so the ube urokru na nkasema na nti traffic no so it makes sense say abana aye but who say sika na ojeje no e man ho a different person bottom but instead so no the fish that say nipa we na sika na ejeje every month bia no ekọ we ho no instead say government no be hwehwe sa person no and all the libre babeguyen timamufo no Udu toll gate wa na akwane kan no potholes cry wo ho no esen say wo tu manho
but what the bottle is manho
esen manho what to sa enye sika kese bia ba me ko Ghana no na minister bi di manim oduru ho no watwam because o government car ono so kra jiska sen me That minister no ji sika say me. But meanwhile no duru ho ontua sa to 50 pesos ne you know. Me tua at the end of the day no so amon sign fine nye kwan no kra ma me. What is the need of paying it? Into no government no watena se hu say sika no kra ye no kra no ye kra yintimi mfa maintain you know ntino say no ye beji agum ye nji to biem. Na say ya nji to no so a dey sika ben no omde be road no. Ana omu wo government allocation build the baby omde ba be road na na asesen.
And the say enya no kwa no je by toll no sika no na ekọ towards road maintenance. The toll no sika no direct for
How many times na one who say omo road maintenance wo Ghana? Apart from say Pokuase choba na omo ye na and say one of the sign bu ye na omo ko replace here because brand new. Other than that, you know, yen check it from Kumasi to Sunyane. How many potholes now be who no so know how many times now and who say omujina ho ye road construction.
Hanson.
Yes.
Unchawano, Kwame, Mpochoya, Invadima. What's in there? Tobut was a map contract war, South South Africa, or Yanokola na. They be also Nkokra 20 was a contract if South Africa no oil damo contracts.
I bet my say be some specific tools because when him say motorway tool electronic.
Yeah.
I know there
that or South Africa.
ABI no bit but all the others in the normally road and transport ministry or man of the job.
Inye ebubuafo na ogu one way disabled ogu Tobut one.
Some of them, yeah, which is a very good job. Good job.
Yeah. And the was can we are na one monitor one na Hanson Pocho.
No, I don't think. Okay, Tobut no. First of all, to be very honest, Tobut in Sikana and so on. It's a mom. It's no man say, I'm so Tobut no so a cost of traffic, especially where from Accra to Cape Coast Road now. Tobut na I think say Kaswa or so Ubi Rock Kaswa or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
It's more traffic and go back all the way to Libya Kanishi.
I know.
They want to get rid of it.
Now, Kwame, I guess me try now say traffic block here on. And yet road expansion now yeah.
We have road expansion, and I say who automate. We say no.
I don't know to me. Kwame, honey, the me try no. On to me.
Automated temadiano.
Yeah, but traffic no. But the automation, like a yibebo. Yeah, but you know, light off, just imagine, so yeah, be electronics, machinery, Ghana so now every 20 minutes be your mudum light, And in that case, so be yeah. Why the big quack now reset to all these machines, Into the quick way,
they can just do solar, and it doesn't take much. Right? Even with doorbell, it may record the video. It's just batteries kicking the shit.
Yes,
it doesn't take a lot of electricity. The only any problem is whether they want to do it or not. Hey, yeah, Tamadani more to me TBR. Thank you, very much.
So a quick, Memphis say. Yeah, paying for no instead of some better na say no more analyzing issue and son or mode a year banner. Or money the neighbor so mutrim biano, a while no miring. Aye. Sa momo more cano. First of all, no a brochure phone or targeted because you of return any that last a video now I heard about me can say Vice President Nick can say Sika ye receive ye through electronics be referee figure now or kind or no check
569 billion.
Now or not to abra when you mutaku and asimpoa. And intima Benfan say Sebu, but just imagine say a brochure for Benfan and now was in your example. Ni project yo ye nipa nana ebe sponsor almost a year. Enti se nipa na okoto cement ni free no ho no. Say so mobile no betua. Nana nana na etua nana hozi na etua taxes and na senka store owner no na etua taxes because a transaction going on no me metua through mobile wallet. Enti metua ma store owner na me metua tax. Ana nipa no so yes store owner no or so receive or so betua tax. At the end of the year no so was here tua VAT e store no so. Enti aden government e dey mbone.
Ma menye mask to every man and I was obi estimation man say to build an average 4-bedroom house in Ghana no.
Right.
It's going to cost you 245,000 Ghana cedis. It's over this as you can be no I'm buying 4,287.
Juma ben or yeah.
How would they get now one mama?
It's anyway, Barrister George Ekan, mode of payment no more taxes. But it's not actually the mode. Well, it's double taxing the mode of payment because they already take taxes from the telcos, telecommunication companies. Or more the taxes or more than that. Of 1% or more fund. And almost say, okay, yes, we are more direct 1.75. It is my main creative scenario to be. In fact, we are civil servants, right? Or Ghana. We are Juma or BNI, right? And our police. Yes, your car. I'm buying a tax, right? And so you seek amount.
Yeah.
So this is seek amount. So I'm going to total bank account, right?
Yeah.
And the total bank account, and I will say, oh my mayor, Okako Senino, Okako third row or pharmacy, Akako man. And I'll give you 200 Ghana, right? Who go through on our third row? No, you do VAT. Me what? See, I do VAT. Yeah, I do now autonomous. Right. Then I buy tax. Me what?
Yeah.
And I'll see. Oh, and yeah, my family mumu.
Etiaka.
Why, no more 1%. Me what?
Right.
I buy the room. And we are no so no. Last time I buy saying 1.75%. No, I started. Who we are? What the front car?
They be quite weird free. Oh no, or just can swat one.
No, on Cassie out to the
they can't personally.
Oh, okay.
They say, no, what ya? How many taxes? What ya bear for me? What?
Yeah.
I was kind buy the can't the taxes every soon. Two nim now we not got a Uber. And they do not come out of far. Uber no. Say electric transfer, and I have to say Uber or move for cash.
Oh, no, who are two options? Who to meet you a Momo and who to meet you cash.
Okay, in fact, say we do your cash until me what?
Yes.
And I could do to do the one for us so that my member 100 Ghana cedis been a for sure. No one sent your more 75. It's by the time I overdue pay now, I could do one. By 5 transactions now. Inflation and you see kind of value.
Problem government, all promoting and say. First of all, who's not Ghana ready for no you should check, right?
Right.
Well, obia you should check not on what the Nisika Bonabosum. Intinema acrono and robbery echo so highways so no Ghana cry in highway. Oh Ghana roads so. And Momo buy and to Momo no true Momo no do all call Nipado fan no macrana like sending no Sikano Krama store owner no cry son or no crack could do. And to right now instead of say you promote you Cronise and Conanim no we are coming backwards. Answer forward ever and I answer backwards ever, forward never. And I see because right now, instead of say called digital world no obia be na adwen say kwame me wo momo a $99 99 Ghana cedi na me de beto so because me call over 100 or better me and there is no way say me and a two it doesn't make kita sika ankasa because right now no electronic ones and the better me and the only way I want to maintain me say make it have physical money. Now me de call banking and now oko banking hokra na line obesa no.
Maybe we'll pray it as your banking system on the back. You can now 5 hours, 7 hours, and so now you other kind of.
And so Vice President, one of his main push, he said he wants the system to be a cashless system.
Very, very good.
Yeah, but Kwame, and then the second Vice President video now, sana obeshe program na sana. Omunim ni omoye for now no. It's like bibi besi omutrim dia no. First of all, say sika nim man no mo. Sa 200 and something parliamentarians no mu gu horo. Ade na on cut it down. And now omu pay no so omu receive no. And also kwa unchemu unchemu be 10. Now the mutu amom. That's the only way because
man paying fighting all for no nje.
Only the one guy. Oluman pay.
As some kind of barrister George that or say na ban person catching you and say you go back to cash system.
But that's it, barrister. Old school here down too much. Old school system.
No, Kwame Mapocho. So announce as well parliament or and so what in Ubu wash and one bra. No, Oban then the road minister, Oba Kade, one way tone into.
Nana Housing, Ghana for no, if a topic winner as West Germany issue, no, West Berlin, there, no, because information they buy no, almost say up to January 4th.
Ghana from where you are aware they up to that January 4th, no. And I do FM, Dama FM stations, one and put to one now say. One or you free
until Omo Betrasi and a man trasi.
Yes, one will be moment to be Biara. That radio stations are Ghana, they be a Macade. One was say, or man Ghana. One was say, oh, you announce Yanko Abani, or ya as a papa man.
But me have so custom to it.
How you go do it?
So custom to be chair about Mumuya because this is not the first time I buy a transfer of a taxi Mumu. Now think about 3 years ago was the same.
2 years.
Room of be bad, I buy a person taxi Mumu. And I buy me a castle there. Mumu there. What taxes are not there? To the internet, by me.
Kwame ase unkwa na ojo wadi.
Hey, no cry. All right. Let's talk about Patrick can view.
A view and that we should not tax mobile money because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people.
Say the Martin.
Na Kwame, it is a video we know. Peace FM for me fan Kobisa na say, and you one e can asem no. And I was obey say man can ye cry.
Kwame, interview Papa.
So we Peace FM no koka you.
Oh, what's the name of interview in Pokrona?
Minim, Ejima.
Papa na nitiri bode.
Hey,
yes, no.
Yes, no.
Names may hit. Oh, that Yamushi. Oh, no, on to Yamushi. You watch now. Uncatch about me.
Because
Catch no unchibao.
where I say Kwame, I'm say Ghana no ye constitution no ho. Sometimes when I say test it because so to me Babontin be can say own taxi obia or momo. Now within a year later, O Babontin say you say no who say a hotre ye call a bruchri copper bosian ye bi. And right now no the only way I bet me any sika ye say ye bet mo musika kakra na mo be send it through you know and then I bet there. Then so obi timi de ne kokos na e contest loss no because untimi like akoye say nanado o promises say one district one factory unya hu ho ano say wahye nyamebo no de eno de wo ye no which is cathedral no enti right now na what share bo say unji e momo money bia taxes no odi ashe o budget ni de then we need to go to court and see.
I think it's well. We'll be able to try something. By now, one in a bisa say, only back bisa question. You bisa answer question.
Nana
was it?
Yeah.
Future for my and TV GATV so okay and there. Omanya Minister for Communication or something. Ome bisa say na say mo na mo say. Use more money now, you know, we shouldn't tax them. It's our tax on say. Over to your kind.
Permitting of Yami Nano.
More than 100 CDs to send a day. Then you're not poor.
Really?
Yes. So if you really are poor and you are in a position to send 100 CDs a day, then we need to reclassify our definition of who the real beneficiaries of this are. Now, if you have more than 100 CDs to send a day, then you're not poor.
I was the answer.
Let's see.
What's the first one? No more can then you're a moment to miss any 100 CDs.
Okay.
To say no, what to miss any 100 CDs a day? Oh, Muma, let us know when you're poor. We are very rich man.
I will picture no okay, or fund on Nanakufado, okay, or fund Eto, Blazo.
No, I don't have that picture.
And then your campaign time, now was in power. Now,
I can president my picture to Nasha extra, a offended Eslowusu. In the Casawaye, in the Okatran in a day. It to me send hundreds and you're poor. On your Nubia, Nabas, or Canon. Number 18 years is and 17 years. But we or manana.
Nah.
You're not Kenya.
Nah.
And so I'm going to find a bad and see. I'm going to find a bad Obu man and man. On your Nubia, on yet I will be saved. When you know was the one son was easy, was the one and was easy. Nti won bu hien yi wo Ghana wo Kwame ejejetu wa yetase
right
wa no kwanda ho ai butu za yi mpuntujuma eza ma man Ghana ibia beti wase he makere wojejetu no onye zia na me yin pabon etu na jeje no aye fine ba jejetu a hu na won kofo won boton wan one bu jejetu Ghana si se ye wan ho chinu nkunu ma aye show instead of making so two or two don't put by 50 pesos. In Tempo Bial and Casa. Kwame, in Tempo Casa. But Emma do boom. I take it a butcherful because yen ye send his car. Ketamoho, Habo, Intiman, so as a compodo as the big count. You could be ado. COVID is a could be ado. But Ghana pay as a COVID near this soon call. Shesikali in your COVID one. Scala beautiful was a man of COVID.
Free.
I'm in Drew. Yes, on young 5 years, Pepe Bia, that my 88 hospital. Except finance may minister some more kind. What's the young Fanny S? She's on your local school. What's the young Fanny S?
The man can say find
As
it.
training. Ocean fine S. Sister was the dear come why 149, 49 was as one point to see. As I said, the dear account. Kwame, say ya, yan short. I brought you for yan sorry, yan cassa. Yanfa MPP.
Nana, problem with
DC.
approach for come. And then you o transfer sika kra no say be a wo ye unipa okokwan so and answer we business e wo Ghana na e be a wakoto cement 5,000 bucks so untimi fa cash 5,000 bucks say udi kwa tema na atakra da kwa kutiaka
baby
etino obama o bank awa ya sika na kugo o bank account mana me bo
right
o wa ye no so mbeti 1.75 Kenya phone nko a.
Onye phone nkotin.
Onye phone nkotin.
Abeni
Wire to wire. Unless say o wire sikana ma wa ho de.
Kwame, abeni.
Na say still o wire to ho akora na obeto a transaction going on.
No, o wire to ho. Almost that's the only exception. It is maybe I'm a wire from maybe I'm a Ghana Commercial Bank. Na mo Cal Bank.
Mame, mame for joke we from where any if we are nkran kro omo ye wire ma omo ire any brafie be die na wire ma omo brafie be die
almost say you slay quiz on watch because because the sell room or so about better 1.75 to the brafie be
Me abeni me ya find
we down there no now one my buy 4,200
and then we may yes
now we see we so I was say be do lampo
very that's a very very good point
lampo the point
we can segue into it one say so with the hands to Sudan those are major property taxes
yeah
Omodia and was the Sudan street light in Doom
yes
South Canal no money sa no money nyina aban say no towns need to say ugwa kutokraba one sika what did you property tax amudije de ehwem kro no so no
right
say this assembly no and municipal assemblies no munji bio eye magic akeye ntino okwa private company no the property taxes e wo Ghana nyina tikuse kotokaba mbetu amakra ya be sika ni nyina ye wia ya ma private company 30% of sika no never come, I think I buy before 40%. And I say 40%, not the 60% I bred this assembly. It's local government already view.
Private company or Yakufa do no and man over to I'm not over to that private company.
1 million per constituency, no. Now I was the one second one there.
Oh, Jet, why you know? What shape but down was it saying?
Now this is Assembly Common Fund. I think almost about 4 months. You know, we'll send you. Like the guy I didn't kaka they say a little town. What's the bid? You now think I'm veggie. Oh, of our private company.
Yeah, Jimmy.
No, imagine you na fa concrete. Now do Accra over 30%. Now what's the 40%? Now the Akabre. Say Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy Kwame. National ID card na what's over by you.
I know any other thing.
Remember, we train one, right? Well, for fair, but youth will train one. Kwame, because youth want to have what in the fee. We train one area. Edmund one sank within a few. More of us be 2 work on, my uncle for 5 work on. Okay, that Man, I'm a sponsor one. Wa crowd. Wa ba within fie. Edwuma no wansa nkan. Nti that my ID card no waka wa be no so oye asa.
Na Kwame,
Within fie sisi ya.
sa
ID card I say. Oh yeah, abaya duani na unya bi ba say December something na unya opin.
Kwame wonye start within fie. Sɛ na ma motum mazinwonya wona ma za mo na afa wona ebisa won. Within fie sisi ya. Ana ebi osori ye adwuma tafre banyimbom on frɛ do on wasa tedwuma re ye. Maman $200 sisi ya.
200 na ombeti wo.
$200 so this only kakaka o.
Asemo.
Zaban oh yeah confidence trickser abandon
because I saw upe be $3 become 200 no because o send there.
And so and sa 1.7 na be more.
O send require because it's up for $4 or $5 because
you be the master road minister what your letter have to do there on cash na Ghana for na wajina na isiban.
O dey be do road minister say
But Kwame, ye can you need any big political party Ghana BM other than NDC. And you know, I do wait on mote or yeah, nipa ni read the crown muntia sem no kind of no moto yeah. Oh, more like a youth over here. Onia FM best here. We are a new from you. And I'm on. It's we can a ye crown a new crown. No more support no. Na third force bi a ono no adwen mu ye han anasa we different a year. It's a any other party bi anti no. Other choice no.
One more comment to third force.
What is a minority
third force no we go pa kwesundum. And him
Ghana what minority say yenya abotre na ta law no de omo pe majority for the be to pay account omunye omo a ombe vote against sa taxes na amaso ana Ghana for say omo to omo adwuma omo akwa be for akira akode bribe
yeah
akotuma adi abaso ba unim what a car national ID card say
Mankasa
so almost say by December something we san kan na ya ba adwuma
yeah
nti hona na ba adwuma for yes we so me fast no mo kosa line na dey omo jo mo tax because Christmas ba pay no e ya he 4% any other inflation here as inflation now and as the 16% to 17% now you have to pay 4% pay it will we say the cabe 13%. Pay so at 13%. It no. Almost all my fast up on your mind because and be Christmas we meet me into the course.
Kwame wan go to the table.
Hey, the mind. Charlie Barbara. Taxes no dozen.
The applicants were frustrated. They began seeking answers as to why they were being asked to go home after joining queues as early as 3 a.m. Attempts to find out from officials about the situation proved futile, but information City News gathered revealed that only 15 applicants were allowed to register for the Ghana cards on a daily basis here at the Ring Road branch of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Demanding swift response to the development, the applicants shared their frustrations to City News.
I came in early today, thinking that I'll get in because I was number 20. Yeah. And we waited till about 7:30 when one of the workers came in and then said he was going to give us numbers. But apparently people just rushed to the front of the queue and the numbering didn't work anymore because there was no officer here or anybody to do that numbering properly. We did it ourselves. So people rushed in front of the queue. And then after 15 people, he said, it's only 15 for fresh registration. And then I think the 35, the rest of the 35 is people who have already registered and they're coming from their cards or whatever. So about 200 people in the yard and everybody has to go now.
I'm not happy because they're supposed to close at 5 o'clock, but I don't know the reason why they are telling us to go. I don't know the reason why. I'm not happy at all.
Too much. Wallahi. Because even the scale you card in the so come so the can man to contact. So baru komi so zo it area. Even that I far the first one now. Because mum na do ni ma ina so guarantee the matana. No can you do that? Understand that? So I believe it's the problem no do.
He also asked that authorities conduct the exercise in a well-structured manner.
Some said they go here 3 a.m. only to be carried away, and it's been ongoing like that. So I'll be happy if there are proper measures put in place. Somebody here to write our names, or to give us the numbers. Then that after 40, it's not worth it waiting. You might as well go home. Okay. Or a sign put up or something. But there's nothing. And the way we're being treated, they're talking to us harshly. It's not fair. Okay.
Some more.
It's
the whole company, only 15 people pay on betting us every day.
very good. Ona I Munia Mosemiken we do baby a blind be a run from one blind pero office open a work or in pay 300 ban and at 20 ban.
Who idiot? Oh, Ghana. But all the same, like pressure, FC Shama government, you to know more Ghana and I be blame more. Some more, man pressure more. Because some more man pressure more. I can be will be an overseer baba. Some budget you'll be ready in ID sense. I put 20 for 8 hours a day. That's a number who take it just a name and fingerprint. If you're able to take 15 people there, now almost one no muti coffee TV and answer a Unia FM now or muti. What are they doing? It's a government in it means a number of people no corner almost every day. Hey, less they're lazy until you're muddy.
Okay. And mommy uncle told me so. Hey, sir, Ghana, this is how Embrano echo to say finance minister no choir budget no could read any proposals now why a bill and no money akose or money pass it. Now parliament never did bill now to no ma pass it. No money to moon pass it and emra to ultimate fanya juma. Aha, it's to say near Wakano, a summer waka, your fan say suggestion. And no, I'll make it. Just say, yeah, for the chance no more, almost say, you better just to man I ain't into. But already budget no car say, yeah, get budget to 2 man. You be close to toast no. Juana, transport minister, send a message from highways will be on to 2. See, I don't have a ban. The barber did Momo tax intino, ye here toast in view to be on to intino. That's to toast in Mina. And no more coin, Ama tow for no. You know, man, Tanasi and Kashi and Chomo. Could do, oh, I bet you and I do a mutuania from Sabamo maybe. A very ska. Mumma pint, ye hear you. And I'm so much alike because of your Mokabe 2 months ground to your Moka. It's Omontiasi. Some way in a could do Speaker of Parliament and him say, yeah, the budget about. And the more passive budget next year, any man said then one of our transport minister on point to Mikase. What to toast me na HBO Mabejimo taxi, or no in your toast in the Parliament, Mark was shackled of Makachen to moon stretchy, who made the data and my passing and asking. What informed the road transport minister to say, what cancel at because when you're moon starts. Mammy Bobby do Kitwabi and Chen a finance minister. No, I can't. I'm into us.
What mutual I don't know.
Jamazi. On a church, let's go.
I mean, one good thing I show all the tone of what's to do.
Nobody, and I mean nobody. Those are policy proposals that the minister has presented to the House. Until they are approved, nobody, and I mean nobody, has the authority to start implementing something that doesn't exist. But does that amount to a disrespect of the House? That is where I will differ. The minister, because this is not a court of law, might have misunderstood or misapplied the law. And so it's for us to draw his attention and tell him that you have no such authority. In spite of all the legal and linguistic gymnastics that have been displayed, it is very clear that what the minister sought to do, he has no such authority to do that. It's not a matter of operationalization of the law. There is no such law for him to operationalize.
19 year two boot workers so air quickly na yantuaso.
And yesterday, immediate. I live personally. I live at Ejiso, and then yesterday, immediate after reading of the budget, I left here around 8:39 in the evening because all that we heard, and from the finance minister, we heard that after the budget has been approved, that's when the toll will be scrapped. So we were all hoping that it will be scrapped after Parliament has approved the budget. So I went home to sleep. So early this morning, I wake up on my way. I just got here and then my collectors in the booth were telling me that it was all over, that they should shut down the coast. So I asked them, okay, to shut down. But then it came as a surprise to me because I know we are in a country of laws. Because you present budgets, it has to go through the finance committee before they approve it on the floor. So without approval on the floor, and then you ask us to shut toes just like that. To me, it doesn't make sense. I don't see, because there's law that backs toll. So if anything new is coming, there should be the law. You just don't sit in the comfort of your office and just order things to be shut down like that.
How do you see this decision by the road minister?
It is very bad. To be honest with you, it's very bad. You don't take this easy because you've not even engaged the workers. Because I heard the minister saying the workers were going to be reassigned. So if you're going to you are going to reassign a worker, you've not even spoken to him. You've not even sat him down to talk about where he will be going to or whatever. Then suddenly, boom, you just tell him to go home. It doesn't make sense to me.
You are saying they are owed how many months?
As I'm talking to you now, at the end of this month, we are owing 2 months. They were only paid September. October hasn't come. We are in November, getting to end of November. They've not paid them. So you are asking these collectors, disabled and disabled guys, to go home. Right now, they are going home.
Fellow Ghanaians. Kwame, Parliament ono assemble na call ba omu approve. Adi bi obeko aba bia na omu approve. Nti omu ni already say ade no de omu Japan.
Japan deal no man approve.
Eno nko a other than that le dey bi. So what you say? And technically no bro no na MBA yanti ase ye. Because media meaning so say or is across West Germany, America. The moment now, oh yeah, why you know, your tears, yes, was he in trouble? It's your giant and your friend, I bet I say, ya tomorrow and I say engine to you. First of all, no, and Rana Kwan washing the baby or Ghana, no, baby or Krana, you shoot already. I give you one new slogan now.
You go cry,
4 more for Nana. You know, technically, no, no, maybe or abano or who effect na at the bemano because sa or more mojiji too, you see, like honestly, only on beyond na can say at the end of the day, you know, Oberman compensation say only na year you this all years, you know. And the DNC can out the money panel.
George say the power for you. I will still hold on, Kakra. When you used to carry so for all I am about the Talasa there. What my brother you want to check
a crowd? Kwame, you train so their budget. Bring your neighbor, no. What me bring you?
So,
but road minister, I have a lack of communication through ministry, because
see, honestly, I don't think there were a lack of communication. I think so, or assurance be that this policy is going to pass.
No, sir, I don't know, or more majority. The majority for the
other majority by just one. MPP parliamentarians
because Momo no nkwa kra no Jack hwene abrochire fo nkwa sende this year. Enye easy
millions of dollars.
Sa 50 peso na omojeje no roadside no. Masa enye yinti no monye or eba ubenya 10%, ubenya 2%, ubenya we. Masa Ghana need percentage na. I see a brown envelope out there mano.
We got parliament next year create two new cars among you.
So what you have
there? Say your mama a housing allowance could be.
And as you say, require better about you be seeing mama special a year more de for medical treatment. One way ne krana you be mount. And you can answer me 2-3 ma. I don't think the government will know want me ya. Obe kuku story achro. Obe jedi. Like the Americans say lack of communication through ministry hono. Say minister for road ebe kan sema na great minister abe kan the other one. No they share road minister. And a road minister so yeah no they be share finance minister. And na ko say finger pointing obi any who are taking responsibility say I do here cause no me ma say iwe. Speaker of Parliament to say you Obianye, and now one encouragement. And what is the punishment for this minister? No? So, Omo Bumrano, so because Omon Jintum, and no more encouragement.
I tell you, my fans on a holiday. Say, and Yamra, if you want to find your Juma. And I told good manager, I can say. And then I'm passing here. It's already on some mobile to my confirm, say, passing now. I catch on so many. 2 days. Father Bacchus Abasintino. Father Bacchus, you're welcome, Dr. Bacchus.
Yeah.
Boko.
You see, it is very interesting. M said they are just confused. They don't know what is going on. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to even we enhancing kind of. I don't think it's a communication. A strategy that they are using. Oh, every time they have to bring out new information. People will be discussing it, and then on whatever they're trying to do. Yes, that is what they're doing. This government, since 2017, that's what they've been doing. People talk about it, then they go back and then review it, and then maybe stash it or something. Benchmark, it wasn't just a strategy. Use it didn't benefit them, so they have to come back and then use another strategy. Momo, the target is not those in Ghana. The target because we remittances no so. What I say? The more more target here, but fear for no so who say the more taxes they cost, the less against you to the amount. And things are going high.
So much last year, Sika Sunday buy over 569 billion Ghana cedis, which is about $1 billion on money transfers.
Yeah, they know what they are doing. Strategy they just want to test the waters and see what are people gonna say. Yeah, and it is working. Let me say something. Politicians are very crook, and they've studied people who say the best way to win power, and they say deceive the people. Make a lot of promises, right? Who make promises now one fulfill? People don't get mad, say one fulfill, but they get mad when you don't make promises. Into the platforms, may I say, ever say one year, nobody care. Okay, I couldn't do it because of this. Now, COVID is the answer to all their problems. Over 2012, the only solution that Nana Akufo-Addo had was free SHS. Every question, free SHS was nearly the answer. And now, answer the question, COVID-19. It is very sad. If you compare this administration to that of Kufuor, who say, Kufuor did very, very, very well.
Oh, yeah. Kufuor now quite too much.
Yeah, this man, Mahama did well. Per their own, assessment, we use the dollar rate, right? What is the dollar rate now? And people are saying that the rate of depreciation. They should check the rate of depreciation and see how much the city has depreciated against the dollar or the major currencies. And yet, but people are not seeing it. They know. You talk to them.
This government is the worst in the Fourth Republic.
No, Onyade crowd. And they know. Every time they are blaming the previous administration. The previous administration was not doing what the people wanted. That was why you were voted in power to do it. But still, how? How? Come on, 5 years down the line.
Now, my mentor waiting for COVID and throw quick. COVID no. I buy no budget. The car COVID now manabon. 11 billion Ghana cedis. Car bono.
Chopable Ghana cedis.
COVID no kwano. You raising 33 billion just for COVID.
So 11 billion, 33 billion. Mobakai.
I got 22 billion.
So no way.
Cathedral.
I don't still that's blaming COVID.
Because COVID in your
COVID has made you 22 billion Ghana cedis free.
But Kwame, the question is, what is the government trying to do? Because it's a statement not they buy any no. And yeah, no na men fan say ye handle but rather momo nene
Because taxes already are done.
Because according to government, we know, why no say So obey bibi ho no or the some small issue be a Ghana for we are into. No they are two or they are two ya adwin. Akwa say time oba nana do ba kumu ana obey you know. We say Ghana for you resist so much and also be mpane de Queen Jonas babu boom. And what the government came here to do no. You lose focus on that. No be saying na nana do ba be Queen Jonas. So what I say and right now no a dear mu and a memfan say a what that budget no ma or mumpese you or mudi to no name momo no a cover up.
I think Momo na a shocking. I didn't buy taxes in it. Taxes be a so to be our tomb, be crowd 200%. It's that's why I'm saying say by next week. But who said Deloitte and KPMG? I'm actually a little report.
Kwabena budget we dey enye balance o. Budget we dey abrochire for ye na yehu amane more. Yehu na amane more.
For the purpose akwaba madase there last week yet on safra apakaye that's pa akwaba ne dama nkomo is in fact abachi fan ibun hamenzo right Kwame abachi because ehwe sika Kenya ma oya meja won Kumasi Kwame budget mo oya meja won Kumasi
Kana hozi mami se Kwame ade baako sikano no say brochire for mostly no so send the ways in here omu bisa say family support na sika ye gift no ye tax wo ho.
Oh yeah. Trying to give tax.
Yeah.
But we know enya sika no tax wo.
So transaction
no. Mode of transfer no taxing. It's no sika no taxing no.
Because sika koma me ma me so mfanto draw Ghana. Now taxing it there. What is the sense of it?
All of us just say enya sika no na or taxing no mode no can now this sika no fa no taxing.
That's 5 years.
Yeah, you gotta get it right. Eti obi bisa say yakọ ejama so say yakwaje bosi mo se mo mai. Taxes are increases so mo se mo mpene. Eti sa fertilizer ya subsidize ma farmers. NABCO. And sa no money nyina free things abaya promise or the bema nyina no. Say no obey den or the amaye. So beside no and obi ya no to me.
Talk against discrimination. Okay, you see, besides these various forms of racism in Ghana, various forms of discrimination, ethnocensusm, nepotism, and unhealthy political partisanship also challenge us. We need the collective efforts of all citizens, etc., etc. to
overcome. We cry, we are wrong one. Not bad.
So it describes discrimination.
You know what the Carmen?
We are discrimination. No, we are not a patch. It is like not has one allow Kasao.
Mala.
Wait to ask
for the past 5 years in Kumasi for promising interchange when an for the Naban every budget you be woman interchange 5 room that can offer him Ghana for Union Berry.
America just make the promises, if you don't fulfill it, and nobody is mad about it. From Belgium, the hospital from 88, and I call 110, and I heard so what's going to be a you. So all you have to do is just make a promise. Who make a promise? One fulfill unya bibi de acho a COVID-19 into one. Now, yeah, the food for then why man hope? Oh, we do it. Now we're gonna find the funds to do it. Next year, what they are for Baba. It's just a political game, Keke. Usha all the promises, and I heard you guys talk about property tax. Look at how they try to do it. They produce centralization. Most of them are $1 million per constituency. See, Sikana once what did you near me be internal generated funds are what you be on. Who say I could no more 40%, Mamma would back up 30%, no mamma district 30%. Every what kind of thinking is this? What can one want to ask you? Let me be cry. Sometimes if you don't take care of over cancer be my when no
because
decentralization.
No, we are in a coffers 82, 79. That's how no money in our buy.
Because how come say you pay decentralization? See, I don't know in district did that in our district, you know. 30%. Meanwhile, you are supposed to give them $1 million a year. What did now when ITF Kakrana wants so one what do you man? Oh,
come on, fun. What do you cover for man? No,
but that property taxes no. Nyame buana so mo ba me ho so mo ba bia ho no mbe because road bia ni mo aye.
Yes, we dey
omonye road bia nti wo menye road one to cement amamia how much more say me meet you that property taxes.
So we can say no be what be roads na you know yeah but in so ya na etwe in so ya na etwe light ya na etwe roads most of it
but say omo betwe o septic tanker also munya ba bi digu no ni nyina o ma na e you know
na no kwa me sika obetua wo ho no kwa na enya sika ketwa
na say sika you find say me kai achepa na e tua to 20 Ghana or 200 Ghana for the whole year.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, no say sika na so but at the end of the year no hwe sika ketwa na utua na uhu so mfaso no ene na e ha adwen no because septic na o ka no track na be ba betwe no yeah track na be ba betwe no ni issue on na obekwa kodampe nti baby
obedampe this assembly na chen baby obedampe
Enti at the end of the day no ono no wa charge me minim say me ho no no mo gi me 40,000 40 million ma omo gi 40 million that 4,000 Ghana enti track back wa be gi 4,000 no me san ko tua biem enye driver no na e betua ma
no road e be ba ho
na me road kwa me e be take be 200 years
honestly say this assembly no omo kwaji sika away from Nsema to make it very hard for them to operate. Because at the moment, the only sika omo dey operate is say because aban sika come on fan enko. Ya the omo ka be format. It ka omo dey operate the state assembly.
Na MP no kura no ti wo no eyi na etua neka. Aban ni na etua neka nti wan fa sika na nkwa na katua emma. Any DCE no.
And your friend is saying your friend is saying South street cleaning this annual money no.
Zoom line for Agiafra.
No, this assembly fund they have to pay them. So you have to pay Zoom line. It's we are watching say like that the kind of money na we for can buy for 1 million per constituency. We for remind. And one of the sort of so say me ko probi man about the Nipa here try to decentralize. You are all trying to centralize everything. Because so you buy a calculation here, we buy within 4 years, what the 450 billion of 450 billion of loans are waji, any internally generated funds are waji, taxes. Yeah, besides say, what is the bridge over here? You who's in school here, you hospital here, so they'll be out here, Moscow. What are they?
Or they are fruit play.
By Kwame Azipi what's in the road one GG a 2 road do by say private man be bano obey a road now on a button western to boot one wajiji a 2 do no so kay no say account na ekwa abani bia na Ghana stamp another Ghana symbol no wordon. Ekwa kaji, mfa na ekwa kutua wo ofane ekwa kaji your passport a no se butua no tax kwa me ya aware.
Inyo.
Nti that message can nyina was required.
That's one of my biggest problems. When him say, Asamia, Sikaya of Abediji, Aya na Kawaye, Accra to Brekum Road, three lanes each side. And I got to be $1.50. Why Cape Coast Road, 3 lanes each side, from Accra all the way through Cape Coast to Abia Axim.
Why not?
Now I
okay, you have 5 city crack in
you so far Ketafo na ka rush call ho na akonye bibia ma wo bibia da tiesie ho a eka obi ba ka se on tiasika.
Now afu prenakada abakada
you know sir up to now president come back out in Kase Ebia Ketafo
na
then even vice president what do
I'm back car budget comment man ka so
we bank ketan was
to chrome ha hurricane see na president plane
Kwame, I didn't know me was a overshe program last in me bizarre and another way. Now so or holidays. I didn't see wager all mine for her. But Liberia, Omunya issue no the American review anymore because the CNN need BBC for your interview. Now Omo who say Ghana dear, yeah. No what kind of brofono, now you who say, but while your own people no, untimin show George Floyd, no the America, why a year more now show say a man for who say yes, Ghana for so you were a tema, but uncle, wow, Casa my muho, you issue there and the enfar.
Vice President Sierra Leone for one year case or the same case of Vice President Okeke Chewonska. Ne BS woman ma Vice President etno into Munkro into Munkase. I want to see a man in nature. I want to hear Mampain or Ghana CCA into Munkase Vice President or to no to Munkase. Ne Mambra a Diana or the picture bachelor. I'm here picture of the bachelor in.
Well, and coming video there. Actual Afeku Martins. Afeku Martins.
Afenyo.
As in a Yahweh picture no. And Yahweh there a picture of Sierra Leone as by picture Nasan, I want a tappy I isn't good there. Why a sign win war? No, what punishing one war? Or don't you want to ask MP? Because if it's a as actually Ghana for na city a joyful for interview why you when you moko. I mean,
these facts. And as a result of the sun winning, matters are getting complicated. So I would plead that much as government is making effort to provide relief, the relief items are themselves not the solution. They are temporary relief after the whole thing has occurred. But then what steps can we take? And this is where I am appealing to stakeholders in that region to work together with those involved in sun winning, because the research is clearly pointing to the fact that these activities are making the people there more vulnerable, and it will cost the nation more money in terms of recovery, in terms of settling these people. It is on record that the first major intervention made in resolving this matter was during President Kufuor's era. And then, of course, like I said on the House floor, 2015, thereabout, an initiative was embarked upon by the then government, and this government ensured that steps were taken to complete the project. Just what we are seeing today. I would want to show you a picture. This is what is happening at Keta, and if you go to Wikipedia, you will see this is a report, sun winning activity in Keta coastal area, and the source is coverghana.com.gh as of February 9, 2021. As of February 9, 2021. This is what is happening there. Now,
Kwame, or a minister.
Oh yeah, we say. Oh yeah, MP.
If you for the back, no chromo.
Maybe it's later no, we be checking. It's mean.
Alexander Afenyo-Markin has filed an urgent question to the Works and Housing Minister demanding answers on phase 2 of the Blekusu Sea Defense Project. The Member of Parliament was also apologized for using a picture from a different jurisdiction to make a case in Ghana following the tidal waves in Keta in the Volta region, was speaking to reporters in Parliament.
To ask the Minister of Works and Housing when the construction of the Blekusu Sea Defense Project Phase 2 in the Volta region would commence, having regard to the recent rampaging effects of the tidal waves. I believe that as a house, once this is brought to the mainstream and the minister comes to answer questions, will then be able to hold the minister's feet to the fire regarding the answers he would give, and then further push the finance ministry to make available funds to finance the project. So I am for real political solution and not the partisan rhetorics.
Meanwhile, the Deputy Majority Leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, has apologized for using a random image to make a case following the tidal waves in Keta in the Volta region.
Okay. Kwame, my question is on free chromo.
Okay. People conveniently decided to highlight on the side effects. Yesterday, I apologize most sincerely for relying on that picture to connect the reality. We all make mistakes. We relied on World Bank funded research, UNESCO funded research, BBC report. The activity of sun winning and its effects are all over. And these research, fortunately, were conducted by people from that area. If you look at the names, they are all Voltarians, meaning that they were concerned about what is happening there.
Question being.
Because we are Ghana ni, and we a member of parliament in that constituency right now. I don't know who based fact on Google and I say BBC and that documentary. At the year point, Abraham what good car government are provided. I don't know one kasa and some I will be bonting that picture na show. But also we call Wikipedia ne say GH1 page one who that images no. That's my question.
But have you realized with this government, anytime there's a problem, Ghana for best start a complaining piano. Amoka say citizens in the fault.
Yes. And you say number one.
Okay, in so far, Rebecca say to anya. Like anything that you're going to complain about, Rebecca say country not say fix it. I'm say no, what attitude no problem no. Every time I make a Bibiano, they tell us they find a way to tell us.
I don't know a Greek minister na can you know say this year because in Swanto, but need every say fertilizer na who donkeys in the dear corner. One stop your mono. And then I cause that issue, you know, but also the actually issue.
Afenyo-Markin, or your MP question pa. Man, also no answering your fact. What can you picture? No, what Sierra Leone? Maybe I watch Sierra Leone where you know one. What you no was also what pretend for. No, was it a Keta one? What is show? Because already as maybe as in waste paper, right? So are you fat or cut out? Are you fat? Or the necessary no cousin? Necessary yet so when you're free there, or what? Echo net owns our shida. As some no see what net much extra picture be as a cash that I mean, but your baby picture. Right? I mean, Pape or your cushion, But Mamuni day was shut up. Was the dama as in was the bench was a bay he were a menum, no challenge a budget and where budget na. Why then? Wakufu. I open the youth in your social media. Yanswayers and rough, Kwame. Boys in your good and Yanswayers and rough. In the Casa, no way you from your back of walker say, near our boys actually. Yelikese, and Yelikese. So that's ya bay your man paying for me eating was a summer Kwame. If you be book, I say.
Oh, yeah.
In your neck, I'm asking into Dama Afaya Mackenzie, or your impocushing, or your cushion, palm, your fancy. Afanya, Miss your cushion. I've been papa new to them. I've been papa new to my Ghana for. Ness, oh, Miriam Apachow. Chona pen so, or yet your papa be an epe.
Yeah, mommy, let me do this. Say, Fantini Casse will be a cushionier. It's not cushiony in the P sense.
No.
Aha. Okay, so we are cushion to say, wouldn't true.
Wasn't true.
Aha.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, you boost rock a crown. I can't pull out your boost rock.
Yeah, you feel full more.
A full more. I can't be a cushionier or more bra.
Yeah, but for your old are true. Afunya's are true, papa. But
it didn't talk at all concerning.
Yeah, I don't say so, but there. I'm Pamu Kwame on our reason. Kwame on our reason. Number oh, I deceiving me, Kwame.
I find also at the Poano.
What's some Pano? I forget.
Dear punishment now.
Yaka when you're about our original minister.
If I met you, keep question.
Yakate.
No,
Yakate president. And so, of course, one now can be before Mune. And I fear voter original minister. Yes, oh, na president, as soon as you crew, so now original minister. And then our president. And now, no problem. I'm checking.
Now, so you president.
November 7, 2001 Tidal waves. 2,000 school children also had their items destroyed. The affected communities include Anyangwi, Atoko, Agbeledoming, Fubeme, Jita, and Achikeli. Former President John Mahama, who also visited the affected communities Saturday, questioned why President Akufo-Addo has not visited the people, but responding to the former president, Voter Regional Minister Dr. Achibet Lecha and Voter Regional NPP Secretary Joseph Homenya noted the president's inability to visit does not mean he is not concerned.
The president has representatives here, the municipal chief executives and the state institutions represent the president. The president's representatives are on the ground 24/7, assessing the situation and responding adequately. Constitution allows for delegation of powers, of which the regional minister is exercising dutifully.
Various groups continue to donate relief items to victims of the tidal waves.
As the president, Bawan Banache say, and Chershi. Now, no regional minister, the Omu Boy Juma Pa
24/7.
24/7. Dutifully, there's Omu Boy Juma Pa. Hey.
But sir, they don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah. I mean, for them, I think they don't understand. I got a president number to choose only free hole. By a free be solidarity. And so Obano betches are 7 what and I reckon to Obana of Abechicho More. That's all we are asking for. William Mr. They say need to crew more.
President you call holidays, I'll say Omra and Sumo. Like I said now, okay. And former president call Honor. Somehow no a year, somehow no a year. Because or to challenge the sitting president, you know. I didn't see who see how many days a former president call. What me at Tanasia call holidays? And Sana, Memphana say,
Oh, answer not so cool.
What's so
Okay, answer. Mamuta answer doesn't do. Former President Okro, some Macedon, yeah.
but you
Nem,
got some many wabo.
Theodore. Answer, Theodore.
Oh, Casa Tuado. Ubia.
Former President Okro, Oyepa, Oman Kofana one, when you're registered there, when you pay me paying Viapa, or one, Wabayano, Mboa, right? So I always see and join ye, but Okro no ye, or benefit and ankasa because all your politics in the Biara yo, Ghana ho, Ibia Papa ho, Dama Fana ho, na voter registration will get the NDC. Nti ɛkwan biara de ɔtwere mu tan ɔdɔ ɔkɔ na ɔkɔka yɛn ɔno sɛ president mpo kɔ hɔ ka yɛn no ɔde n'aso kɔ hɔ by mp na ɔwɔ hɔ no na mezi ne ho yɛw anaasɛ dɛ ɔfa no mpako na ɔwɔ na ɔhwɛ hɔ na mezi ne ho yɛw
regional minister?
regya mr na mezi ne ho yɛw paa because mehu dɛ nankasa mpo ɔmbu nankasa ne ahoɔfo na ɔnyɛ no ɔmbu wan
And can saw the pressure my president, remember, and our vice president. Somebody should have gone.
Yes, because ɔyɛ ahoɔyɛw na wɔdze yɛ dɛ okay former president abɔ abɛkyɛ adze nti ɔde yɛ buru ntia kwame ɔyɛ ahoɔyɛw ghana ne yɛwɔ no yɛwɔ ahoɔyɛw mahama wotene dze ne pɛ na wɔnyam hyehyɛ wɔn nokɔle yi nokɔ no ɔyɛ kɔre pɛ wote the word mahama pɛ na bia ne yam hyehyɛ but ɔnkyɛ na ɔbɛda so because sɛ mahama sɛ bio so ofi ghana na owu kwa right owu kwa still ɔyɛ ɔmampanyin na ne dze nda hɔ right
True. No correct.
sɛbio waboa binom wɔ hɔ na yɛnhwɛ nyankasa yi ɛyɛn president ɔtena do aba nzɛma na ɔdze akɔ hɔ nkyɛn nkurɔfo yi wɔyi ya na wɔyɛ fast wɔyi wɔn nyinaa efi hɔ especially school children wɔn a wɔba abɛtwerɛ exams mpo ɔdɛ nkyɛn wɔgye exams twerɛ na wɔn kɔ baabi na wɔsaake wɔn adwene because wɔafa nzɛma bi mu baa ne nyinaa sɛ wɔsɔ wɔn gudu wɔn twerɛ exams. Ɔyɛ yaw paa o ame mɛtɛ wɔn nsu o mɛma fɛs mɛte wɔ ansa na ɔba abɛkyɛ ɔna muta na man bɛyɛ 10 na megyina nsu nti nsu kwame miliyɔn nsu sɛ ne bufu a ɔtum bɛsɛ yɛ adze wɔ beebi a yɛwɔ do otum bɛsɛ yɛ adze na ne yɛ so paa wɔ ɛkwan right nti ma ɔmampanyin a na ɔmampanyin adi akyiri anaa voter regimfo mpanyin a ɔwɔ no wɔyɛ no ɔyɛ ahoɔyɛw na ɔyɛ ahoɔyɛw paa na wɔdze yɛ na ɔyɛ de na mahama sɛbi obowu akɔ akufo-addo bowu akɔ ibia bowu akɔ ba ghana no dze ɔda ho ate hɔ afebɔɔ na yɛnkyɛe dama esisi politics na yɛyɛ wɔ ghana ɔmo yɛnkyɛe na yɛnhwɛ ɔman ghana because abɛmaba ɔba bɛta akufo-addo no story maybe no ɔngye nzi da panyin bi bɛtena do na ɔdze nsa ka biribi ala adze ko no wɔasɛ maybe no ɔngye nzi.
All right, into the Mahama Sokoro for you.
Also, that's what I
Sɛ wɔanya akyakya na ɔsɛ wogyina hɔ no mu ako yi.
Also a me. Ano Akufo-Addo akɔ no any day.
Oh God.
Constituency. And so we mobilized what little we could. We joined the MP, when we joined the chiefs and other people affected, and we made a presentation to alleviate the suffering that they were going through. Then just last week, we had news again that another tidal waves had affected even more communities and more villages than the earlier one. I'm familiar with the area because when the sea was eating away the coastline, that is after we finished the Keita Sea Defense, I visited the area and saw the effect of what the ravaging sea was causing to the people. And so we asked Amandi, that was a construction company, to do an extension of the sea defense from Keita to Akleo-Toko area. And that is what was to continue it all the way to Anyanui and to the estuary Volta River. Unfortunately, we did not remain in office to see it completed. And that is where the current disaster has had its most several villages that I visited during the period I was in office today have been washed away completely. The villages don't exist anymore. And so the communities such as Bobobo, Kope,
Yeah, Christmas song in every Kwame Pocho, he a Christmas song Pocho. As this, yes, as a popo.
Kwame Kowachi kakra. Hey, Agwebu.
He Pocho, Christmas song. One.
Yehovah. Hey, Don Jazzy.
You want a computer?
I want to correction.
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Want to correction you.
Let's go to the biggest news for me.
Oh, my idea.
Oh, Charlie, Azaka's ladies. Charlie, the best thing. May I say,
Omit me renew.
Follow one and see.
No money, Mama Lodi Sanders.
Yeah.
Kwame, so you didn't change him. Ghana that will follow one and he will do so.
They said,
and the place we were on want me for one shirt Black Queens.
No, Black Star, Black Star.
So Baduno you good oh 8
but Bob 5 goals in 4 matches.
Ball rough.
Me game now Kwame me be say me who say Nti sa place we nyina wo ho. Ana omo ntimi amfa omumu bia nwura Black Queens no.
David.
One girl no two corner.
Yes.
I saw Chiwa Castle partner.
Actually no.
Not the two corner because corners. Me say Sagal or two free kicks we can match where I can tell you coach. No, or Chiwa Castle. I say I'm our castle because spend about 2 months.
I'm with you.
No, check how I do. What we took on a man's hat. Meaning I transfer school.
Kwame. Ghana Blaster the end na oka no. Me say referee no wadi Ghana for a yipa.
I want you to do
But me say girls no betimi age china. So 4 p.m. 4 p.m. no.
South Africa was in a sample.
Obajo.
Oh, Ghana
South Africa, UN.
Obajo. Ghana was a girls also omu clean goals so clean.
Oh, girl, we and I say penalty now. But
still more winning.
Yeah, the real 20 free kicks. And then what's you keep on free mu crowd. Me say I saw a chat and we down there were castle.
The day you.
The guy you just so she goes.
But Jordan no. On the boy goes.
The way you're 2 free kicks. Say be a dead ball situation. Corner. A free kick. Now,
do the exactly.
Omaya there. Oh yeah. But when this is news, Ghana sports for no one come one some crowd.
I'm for I'm a one come. That's right.
Online no Romoka.
Kwasa samsa
answer na kai ye din kunim ye di ko bio Ghana for what's no wa kan ko fun as obolu since won ja won won win won famra
sawo
as o mo win in term no mo ba nya sa per government no better o mo taxes no
so yeah so maybe oh that's what Gemini. Yembro, family, Abba boy, you bring is
Murba. Maybe I'm not sure you know, then I'll tell me.
Bismarck in here.
They're Jim tax, so they're international.
Come can exigir in you.
But I saw we are on the Jim tax, no.
Hepatic portal V.
One or two. I mean, one or
Evidence.
I think you are the one or two. You know, more here. This is a market.
That this group no more person more music in the video do the same. I don't want to na kitchen be any no.
He first one way. He wasn't there first.
I say mami miso sa sisi any kum chacha. Any chama won to me. And if I no go to
I'm going perfectly.
Obi nim so no principal. Say Obi back can kwasa say ya na ye referee sa budget we hu asem ni.
Yes.
But you me check. Ba mi wa wala. Okay.
Na miss makeup no hwan ya. Nana ho se pa.
Oh, I said be saying there. Well, they are. What's that question? Tell me so how wala.
Hey, Ghana Funyawa.
Imagine me feeling now. So, yeah.
Pasha was say.
Prepare.
New science and math space, madam. I'm up for some checking.
By you, that was the way on phone put you number. Was as for be.
By I say, I'm for say no new one. I'll be there. Almost there, you change. Now, Kurani answer question. Kura. We need to wait. We try.
And the old one. There, only uncle for no crime or war trading. What kind of news means I was a son and I am a break.
No, break.
I mean, the national of a cane. No more.
No, that's more kind. One got them crana feel you. Or say the way I chair crana, you know. We are very brilliant. I think Bia, Casamun Chim, Dintia, we see, omit my chim. But Odi Omokoba Bina, I don't know, a San Juma, was a science, no, and your raw sound, San Juma can.
Theory, no.
Practical. But me say, me call SS me a practical. We spend very little time on practical. So,
no one year practical.
I think your practicals in the cry based 20% to say 30% they contributed towards the final exam. No, it no, yan share am fan serious. I know say yan share crown all those theory ni no. Yan chom no mu ha wo metum de omonsa. Aye, but that's what she said. It no, and you no kwa no aka minister of course is education minister of this
I mean, we don't need to watch sacking.
Na se Ghana de o didi wo sika ho a o nkasa de be transfer.
Yes say we know who
Hepatic portal vein.
I feel no really answer no.
Answer no cranium.
Hey, is that correct? Hey, Yehovah. What shall I say?
O ka to redeem my dream.
What shall I say? We're not.
All correct and do is a question of you.
Yes.
Telegani, you
Kwame,
what time
you
to
know? I'm just happy with that.
Oh,
clip it. But
we
my
are black stars so now you're pampo.
What shall
Black
I
star. And I in South Africa for a ball match. You call Mukrum. Almost share 1-0. Yankasa and nearby. I almost buy a crew. And I show more 1-0. Or Muminia Kum, Umaja. I don't know, almost see at the end there. Yeah, you could get bribe into the show. Until Montiasi. Now, Marion say.
And I was in Menkwana.
more I am a young Mukum so over my board.
Kwame, before na match no kwa ebe kan ho asem no. I say coach no. Ye pe no na ye twa na chi pa. Wa be kan Ghana for ya koma so ade amaye. Because I say South Africa coach ni na made no. I say Ghana for ya win match na enka ebetimi akọ against Ghana politics no kra. Presidential meaning this what is a case now.
Yeah.
Oh, my speech be also say Ghana intimia renia anka or no the presidency in the crown a big issue. That's what South African coach in the kind. So I say it Ghana go ni di nyameni no krenie e say ye kodie ya dia fam die ya robi but a revenge from I said 20 it's last year muho baby 2018 and I say a Ghana versus Uganda na a South African referee.
Yeah.
Ghana yes you go be ma kwana catch say enye go.
Yeah.
And I'm saying whole revenge, and as a referee, but the problem is, referee need the uncle who say, Sikabi Oji Ebiano, or maybe on to me, may or Ghana, dear, Minimberg will free dear. And so to me, dear, mapa because that's the end of the career.
Oh, who did it all, Sikabi?
Oh, Waji.
2 minutes, I didn't have a penalty.
Oh, Massa. Penalty no ye nyina ya bobo ni bi pen ade na otwe wa nka mostly no o se waso wo abati anka wo fall cry na o be fall backwards na we so de ye de ensa to we abati na we fall ya na ya fall forward ana ye kan also cry no picture quality no cry na ni ho enti normal bebre o ha sebio it doesn't make sense yes sisiri omo nyame ni no krenie. But me no empire me born say maybe 20 years to come no enko say Germany France ne England match ni bi ebia Ghana ebehia win bi pa dia akọ World Cup final bi no omo de bi adien ene na ebe ha me no because abeye say Thierry Henry didn't say we a go bi share ya omo qualify no sai bi na ebe but right now no we no kwa na enye qualify say ya qualify with flying colors so I think I say bobo nti we require no kire say e kwa no enye prepared say betimi akoye nim say bia ye wiem keke no kwa na e bia ye qualify for next round ye qualify right away to World Cup ne dia and Canada metia say na fe na wo say akopɛ playoff abode masa ye hu ye kra nka ye twen draw na South Africa call we ye kɔ say more chance ke Samantha na yes the new coach Milo so why ba no Matt na ye working no say nka CK wo ho a ka the same month na ye be working oko lusu 1 goal no ɛna Ghana fo gyina so de yi ne adi no meboa sɛ yɛ ne South Africa na ɔmo de yi ne adi no eti ɔbaa ɛnyɛ the same match ya na yɛsan abɛwɛke sɛ we win ni we lose a yɛbɛ qualify.
But I'm not fortunate. I didn't get penalty pepe. And South Africa crown. You jam on Moka, I have first round of cra. Omuntimi Trentino. Omukufina, Omunko match because Omu TV so. Because I'm on Marco work out for that. You're going
I'm the way example young qualify here. At the group tenant. Yeah, but China Yabo, home and away. I will winning Neko and I'm a boy.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure that they can say Egypt. Now,
and yes, also Egypt. You need Egypt, and yes, also die.
I'm confirming.
I'm confirming.
Oh, how?
You need
Egypt say.
Most of them in Egypt.
But we are confirming.
Egypt, what's in the Egyptian was Ghana Kakra.
And I was it. Nobody has confirmed in Egypt.
Most day. Kwame. Mankado, no, come some should day.
Okay.
Salah or one to Miss Musode.
And I'll die from Bernard soon.
That's only people are to me mobile, Nana. The problem is Egypt, you know, you show more pain, you show almost 6 pain.
Almost so guy, 5 pain.
Na Saturday, no, na enye.
No, after show says no muga, almost so guy.
Then when they're matching, most of their first match, you bow Egypt. The second match, you born or Ghana, but I mean, who score line?
You sure almost says no to question Mukromu.
Yes.
Say your first match was Ghana. Then you win Egypt. But she be 25.
Well, when you have to go.
They be.
Men pay no ma.
You first with Egypt. Near from Ghana because say yes on 2-1 was Ghana. You could Egypt or light to go to 21.
From South Africa over its World Cup qualifier against Ghana. Bafana were not happy with referee Maguette Ndiaye's decision to award the Black Stars. The 31st minute spot kick ended South Africa's World Cup dream. SAFA is expected to later on today. For more on this, I'm joined now by ENCA sports reporter Tsepo Tobane and ENCA sports editor Vata Ngobeni. Vata is in studio and Tsepo is on standby at SAFA House. So let's start with you, Vata, and we'll bring in Tsepo in a moment. So this is a big decision, is it not, by SAFA to appeal and ask for a review of this decision, and it's been acknowledged by FIFA?
No, without a doubt, it was a massive decision. I think what stands out is the fact that SAFA has had to go to these extraordinary measures, or take these extraordinary measures in order for them to at least satisfy themselves that they were not dropped in this game. And again, fortunately there's a precedent that has been set before. If you go back to 2018 again, South Africa versus Senegal in Polokwane, a rematch was ordered of that game. So there's nothing new, nothing surprising about SAFA's decision to ask FIFA and CAF to do what they've done. I think what's important, this has put African football under the spotlight.
Yes.
To us, there's been a lot of issues that have been ventilated through the years, and nothing has been done about them. I think now, with these matters coming to the fore, I think finally something has to be done by FIFA and CAF to address and put to bed all these major issues that have dogged African football.
All right, let's bring in Tsepo Tobane into the conversation. And Tsepo, from what I heard Danny Jordan talking about in the last few days, it would seem they will not only be complaining about this particular decision, but it seems they, in a way, compile some kind of a dossier or a record of sorts that they'll be seeking to complain about to FIFA. Do I have my understanding correct there? What do you expect will come out? Will it be just about this particular decision or other decisions? Because from what I heard Danny Jordan saying, it seems like they are suggesting that if you look at all the calls that were made throughout that match, the preponderance of the bad refereeing calls that were made
went against South Africa.
You are spot on. I mean, everyone knows, everyone who watched that game on Sunday will attest to the fact that the match officials were not on point. I mean, the penalty. In fact, before we even get to that penalty that made Bafana Bafana to lose the match, before the penalty happened, the ball that went out was supposed to actually be a goal kick for Bafana Bafana, not even a corner that resulted in that penalty and the goal. So the whole officiating, the majority of officiating in that match were totally against to ensure that at least justice because in football or in sport in general, we want to lose properly. We don't want to lose because of a person that made incorrect decisions. And also that the match was manipulated to go to that extent. And it came as no surprise to us to see FIFA actually admitting that they are going to review that match. And it's a big, as Vata said, it's a it means that
massaging his shoulder.
A big lifeline to ensure in their attempts to ensure that they qualify for the World Cup next year.
While they might be offered a lifeline, and that's a separate conversation altogether. Stand by, Tsepo. I will come back to you in a moment. Vata, I want you to clarify for those of us who don't follow the developments in as far as rules are concerned. I was under the impression that the referee's decision is final, cannot be reviewed. And in the conversation we had off air, I was alluding to the bad call that was made ahead of the 2010 FIFA World Cup, where Ireland were really done in by a handball goal. I'm sure you remember that. They were meant to come to South Africa, but through a handball goal scored by France, France ended up coming to South Africa, and they didn't get any recourse. Has anything changed in the last while that means it's now possible to review a referee's decision after the match has been played?
There's fortunately now there's precedent, and I'll go back again to the 2018 World Cup qualifier between South Africa and Senegal. Right there and then, the Senegalese protested, and they went to FIFA and CAF, and the match had to be replayed. And you look at the officials in that game. The referee, the Ghanaian referee, actually got banned for life. And there was a replay ordered, of which Senegal went on to win, and they went to Russia instead of South Africa. So fortunately, I think FIFA now have placed themselves and CAF in a position whereby they're to hearing.
It is South Africa. Almost ne crack and say almost per replay na. And the almost two in Ghana.
I would say, hey, almost the BS Senegal. Na Ghana referee the na. And no. Almost no Senegal for no back and Senegal for no rene. Say. If you are going to marry against here, Naka,
now penalty now, Moji, and yet last minute penalty. That's my question.
Oh yeah, penalty. The whole game was rigged against them.
Now ball here maybe chances are Ghana for Kenya and they more than more dear. Until they born almost here. And I know be na me who because chances not Ghana for Nya almost say no. A higher than even Bafana. And no they replay beam no more pay. I don't count. Say crown, but when channel. Technically, no.
We are here.
Technically, no. Boy, no.
But me want to correct. Boy, no ball.
No, we lose control already. Because you will break ball, no lose control already.
When breaking ball, no ball, no being no do. Video mo bo no bo ne be no do ansa na bo no to from one nantem no more also go no bo from
and the calf no money cameraman bia can GTV for 2x4 cameras na omu use
well we be
onana use
onana we
na omu ya kra na say calf president no so is South African. And the pressure no one also one ye be pet or no ultimate trackroom.
Kwame has no we. Oh, baby. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Oliver no.
Oliver to the
shape de la.
We request a Comrama.
Comrama, what do you mean?
Oh, say chef de la want to na class. Dear, I am bad.
Overhead in a Shelter region. So for life,
overhead in a certain region, and no super life.
And the bay overhead. The plumper. No, dear, you're more by the bar. A dinner, I am telling you from my mom's for. That is the verb of the college, dear. Master, no, not good about to say, I'm not bad.
All right, so
Kwame, okay, tourism sites you're put away in here, and Sikatun free.
Oh, Jayo, Ghana for the Master. Kowachikakra. Ghana, dear. Now what? You Ghana for that. She said,
Ghana for that. On this note, no, I think we've only got 2 minutes. Into mobile 1 minute now. Yeah, fun.
Okay. Me chani na become budget minister because one is say and normal be on bay this week ya adwin nyina ko sheto ne momo ya dan asese o mo direct Ghana fo nyina adwin a omodi ya adwin edi agro and na to so mi no so a great minister fertilizer no say ultimate o mo wo ayi ho na border no so ho na anka na ye nshortu wa aduane and a road minister so and also nchia kese pa come no say next time no yes next time
Omio tools na I don't even pass it. And how was it?
Yeah, Mincha Koma Ofanan.
Bridge.
Or another Moko Parliament or Speaker Abenbabi. Maintenance a day. We reach budget no also if you or no maybe better than name. The BPLA as me basic parliament will be a ra as no critical issue in pay.
It's in the cheap.
So my pain or should have friend or friend of Okakite Kolo so probably they know. They up and Bible or come again, let's say. Into on parliament to ma as in 1,000. No, 2 no. Mean shall come up and Bible the next time. On to no 1 point. More for nature, ja, Joe foolish.
All right. And then what do I know see there? And then straight from Charlotte, North Carolina, me Kwame. And
me Hansen from Philly.
And
Nana was it from London Bridge Kotokraba.
Nana was the Kowachikakra. Chama enya level.
Kwame Potter way in our area. Where in our library?
No, me I'm in the planning phase. And then in law, you know, policy suggestion.
Oh, akraketwa ne de ne na yemi ya no. Sa banku na the pen drive.
Repeat it.
The pen drive ne de Oh. Onana. Osu. Numuobu.
Come on.
Sebu. Onana. Ghana, the say we are na the BGD.
Oh yeah. Yeah, cause he had dream man no one.
Sebu.
All right.
Kwame.
Good night, everybody.
Okay.